Well, there's no doubt bourbon is big business in Kentuckiana, and more proof of that this afternoon. First, a big name brand made in Clermont, Kentucky, just 30 minutes or so to the south, getting a Japanese buyer.
And in just a few minutes, an announcement about a bourbon showcase event that's coming to Louisville in May. WHAS11's Joe Arnold joining us live from Evan Williams on Main Street, this side of that announcement. Joe?
I have been trying to yank it out of him here at the Evan Williams Bourbon Experience, and the Kentucky Distillers Association is letting Mayor Greg Fisher at 4:30 make the official announcement. What we can tell you so far is this is going to be a pretty big event in May, officially an elite 4-day bourbon showcase this May to feature unique, once-in-a-lifetime experiences at legendary distilleries, as well as some Louisville restaurants and bars. Now, this news, again, happening at 4:30, we'll be keeping you updated, comes the same day, as you said, that a classic distiller here in Kentucky is making some big news all its own. Jim Beam, with Kentucky roots dating back to 1788, 7 generations of American authenticity, its classic brands including Maker's Mark and Knob Creek now being taken over. By Japan's Suntory, makers of Yamazaki and Hakushu whiskeys. The combined $16 billion deal is not expected to change Jim Beam's distilling operations here in Kentucky, at least not immediately.
Nothing's going to change. In the short run, certainly. In the longer run, you never know. There could be some sort of consolidation.
U of L finance professor Dave Dvovsky says the purchase is part of a trend of big global conglomerations. A trend Louisville's mayor says should not threaten Kentucky's bourbon industry or its workers.
The product lines of Suntory and Beam are very complementary to each other, so there's no cannibalization there as well. They've indicated there'll be no threat to local jobs. As a matter of fact, Beam is growing quite a bit, and especially the bourbon segment, and they expect to continue to see that going forward as well.
The growing Japanese appetite for bourbon has increased overall demand. Dvovsky says the combined sets of brands will now get an additional bang in distribution, more markets, more shelf space.
The population of Japan has been shrinking. It's an aging population, and Suntory's looking for growth outside of Japan. The yen has been weakening lately, and if it does continue to weaken, you know, striking now to buy an American company is a good move.
And of course, a key to the bourbon boom here in Louisville as well as across Kentucky is authenticity. Both Jim Beam and Maker's Mark, part of this, we're going to announce it right now for the first time. It's called the Kentucky Bourbon Affair. This is one of the big golden tickets for these classic experiences. They'll be unveiling at 4:30 here in just a few minutes from right now. But again, to think Willy Wonka 90 proof. We'll explain all that coming up tonight at 6 o'clock. We're right now live at the Evan Williams Bourbon Experience on Main Street. Joe Arnold, WHAS 11 News.